Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I am back with another video full of useful information. So, different people have different opinions on beauty. Like, if you ask them what is the most beautiful thing according to them, different people will have different opinions. But if you ask me, everyone is going through a lot, like, be it in any given point of time in their life, different people are going through different situations. And if you ask me what is the most beautiful thing, so when a person is suffering or has a lot of pain, be it physical or emotional, psychological, the most beautiful thing that can ever happen to a person is recovery, healing. So that is, the most beautiful thing, like a person becoming normal again. And uh, when a person comes to know that he or she doesn't have to go through the same pain or suffering, and is healing now and recovering now from the wounds or the pain or the suffering, like, that is the most beautiful thing that can happen. So different people have different ways of healing and recovering from the situations that cause them damage, be it mental, emotional, physical. There are different recoveries, different ways of recovering. But what I personally do is, when I go through such a situation where I cannot, means when I find difficult to reach out to someone, uh, you will, find it weird, or I don't know what, but I have made my own therapy. And I give myself that therapy whenever I am not feeling comfortable in my own skin, or when I have emotional breakdowns, when I cannot reach out to someone else. Well, touchwood, I am quite fortunate to have people who understand me, who listen to me, and who have solutions to almost all my problems, and I can trust them anytime. But there are certain situations when we just cannot open up to someone, but still somewhere inside our hearts we know that we are suffering. So that is when it becomes difficult to deal with the situations as they are. So it is very important to um, deal with them. And if they have already caused damage to you, then it is very important to recover, because if that injury is long term, then it is very harmful, in every way. Like, it is not only mentally that it will affect you, but mentally, when a person is stressed out or suffering for a long period of time, it also has physical effects. That is why I say that we need to give as much importance to our mental health as much we give to our physical health. Okay, so yes, there are 7 steps in the therapy that I have made, and I will explain you each and every step one by one. You just have to tell yourself these things, you actually have to feel them. It is like a go to therapy, and you do not need anyone else for it. Okay, it works incredibly for me, and just try out if it works for you as well. It is amazing, it works for me very well. So step number 1 is trust. Yes, you need to have faith. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in the situations, You need to believe in the process. There is growth. If you allow yourself to confront the situation, once you accept that you are not okay, that is the first stepping stone. So you need to trust the process, because you are growing. If you want to recover from it, that means you have started growing. Okay, you need to trust the situation. Also, if the situation is bothering you, that means it has something to teach you. Okay, it has some positive thing for you hidden in it. You just need to change your perspective. You need to change the way you look at the situation. Start looking at it positively. And this trust, this belief is very important, because sometimes you feel that you have nothing to hold on to. Everything ऐसा लगता है जैसे हाथ से सब छूटता जा रहा है. So that is when you need some kind of belief or hope in anything for you to be able to withstand the situation. You need to have faith in any given thing, which you can believe in, which you can trust in, because belief gives you psychological security. Okay, it is very scary to feel that everything is out of your control. It actually scares you when you feel that there's nothing left for you now, and everything is getting out of your hands. So that is very scary. So for some kind of psychological security, you need to have belief, you need to trust the process. Okay, so that was the first step. So the second step is taking few steps behind. Yes, you hear it right. Taking few steps behind. Now, by that, what I mean is, sometimes what happens is we look at the situations from very limited point of view. Like, we look at the situation in fragments, and fragments are always limited. Fragment means small parts. You are looking at the situation from your own point of view. You are not looking at it from the whole holistic point of view nahi hai. So you are not looking at the bigger picture of the situation, and that is why you will never be able to understand the whole situation. So as far as you are very rigid about your own point of view and refuse to understand everything from a holistic point of view, you will never be able to reach out to the final situation, final solution. Okay, now for example, you and your best friend got into a quarrel, and you are looking at the situation from your own point of view, and your friend is looking at it from his or her viewpoint. Now at that point, none of you are looking at the whole situation. You are not trying to understand each other's point of views. Now in that scenario, you need a third person to look at the situation as a whole and come to a solution which none of you thought of. For that, now what I mean by this is, you need to detach yourself from the situation and look at it from the third person point of view. Okay, see as if you have nothing to do with that situation. Look at it as if some of your friend is stuck in that situation and you have to give them advice. Okay, so now when that situation is not at all related to you, you will not be biased towards it because you are detached from that situation. Okay, you are not involved in it. So look at the situation as if you have got nothing to do with it, but you are just giving advice to one of your friends who is stuck in that situation. So you get detached and you look at the bigger picture of the situation. That's when you come to know that there are other point of views as well. Like, there are other parts of the situation which you did not look at. When you look at situations like this, it becomes easy for you to consider each and every aspect of the situation. Okay, and therefore it you know what the situation exactly is. The first step that is cleared now. When you don't know what exact situation is, what will you do about it? So this helps you look at the whole situation as it is. Third point will be having patience. Now when you actually understand what the whole situation is, even if it is terrifying like anything, you have to make peace with that situation because you actually are in that situation and you cannot panic. If you panic, you can actually, there are chances that you will make it even more worse. Okay, so do not panic, have patience, calm down, because you will not be able to do anything with a panicked mind. You need to calm down and look at the situation as it is. So that was the third step. Though it sounds very usual or very, I don't know what, but it is a very, very important step. You need to have patience, because not that you understood the situation so it will get solved like in a blink of an eye. Aisa nahi hota. You have to be with it. You have to make peace with that situation. When you make yourself comfortable with the situation, then the next step, that is the fourth step, will be observe the situation as it is. Do not be biased. Like, consider each and every aspect of the problem or the situation that you are in. Expect the point of view of each and every person who is involved in that situation, and look for the root cause of that problem, like where the problem exactly begins. Once you reach the root cause of the problem, that's when you know from where is the problem starting, and now you can actually treat the problem from its root cause, which also means that you can deal or you can solve that problem permanently. Like when you deal with the problem on the surface, there are high chances that that problem will hit you up in the future as well. But when you actually dive deep into the depth of that situation or problem and reach to its root cause, you can actually solve the root cause of that problem, which means you can deal with you just solved it permanently. So next step will be understanding the root cause itself. Now when you actually reach the root cause, there are possibilities that there might be complexities in the root cause itself. So you need to understand कि जो root cause है, like the root cause itself, from where did the root cause start. Like you need to understand that the beginning of the problem also has a cause behind it. So you need to figure out that what actually led to the birth of that cause due to which the whole problem arose. And you never know, like for example, you are blaming someone else for your own situation, but you never know that there's a possibility that the person himself or herself might also be suffering. Okay, so you need to just understand yourself as well as the other person. You never know what other person is going through. That's what I'm telling. You need to consider each and everyone's point of view, and you never know like what other person has in store for you. Like they may offer something from their side which can actually lead to the whole problem to solve. So understand the root cause and then start figuring out that what you actually will need to deal with that root cause, what can actually solve or remove the problem from its root cause. So that will be the next step. Sixth step will be forgiving. Sometimes what happens is you have hurt yourself so much that you start blaming the situations and other people for your own condition. See, understand one thing, nobody else is responsible for how you feel, because situations or other people's behavior might not be in your control, but one thing can never be out of your control, and that is how you perceive everything and everyone. Okay, it is always in your control. You always have the option to perceive things positively and in your favor. Okay, so do not blame anyone, and if they actually did something that just hurt you, just forgive them, because they did not do it intentionally, right? Because even they are stuck in the same situation as you are. As I said, even they want the end of all this fuss that is created. So forgive them, forgive the situation, forgive yourself. Once you forgive, you get a lot of weight rid of. Okay, you आपको ऐसा लगता है एक बहुत बड़ा बोझ हल्का हो गया, because for how long will you hold grudges, and that is going to give you absolutely nothing. In fact, when you hold grudges towards the situations or even your destiny, I don't know why do people blame destiny for their problems. In fact, problems are meant for your growth. So when destiny throws problems at you, you should be grateful for it. But I don't know, for some reason, why do people blame other people or destiny for the problems that they are facing. So do not blame anyone else, and if you have been hurt very badly, forgive them. That is the first, that is something that needs a lot of courage. But once you do that, you will automatically feel very light. Now when you apply the sixth step, that was forgiveness, you already have done the most important things that were need to be done. Now whatever conclusion you have reached to after looking at the whole situation and uh, getting rid of all the grudges that you had towards someone else, whatever situation you are in now, it only needs the implementation of what you feel is right to be done at that particular moment. Okay, so now the last thing that you need to do is be grateful for the whole situation, because if you had not been put in that situation, you would have never figured out that this can also be one aspect of life. Problems are never the same. Problems are always different. At different point of time in life, we get different problems, and that is why the solution to each problem is also different. The way we have to deal with the problems is also different. So when you deal with different problems, it just makes you more mature, and it instills a new dimension of understanding things inside you. So it has just made you a better version of yourself. So thank yourself, thank this universe, thank your destiny or God, whatever you believe in. Thank this whole creation for putting you in that situation, because it just made you a better person. It helped you in your growth, and now you have finally found a solution to a new problem in your life and you move ahead. So that is one thing to be grateful for, and you can never thank this creation enough, because what you have is something that many other people dream of. So gratefulness is one of the biggest uh, feelings that give you satisfaction. It is something to be practiced very regularly. If you know how to be grateful for each and every little thing in your life, you will never be upset because of little things, because you already know what you have, and what you don't have can never be bigger than what you already have. So be grateful for it, because every day you are becoming a new and a better person if you have this courage of dealing with problems. And this is something that is more of something that you need to tell yourself, because sometimes it is we ourselves who misunderstand ourselves as well as the situations as well as other people. So clear all the misunderstandings, and this was the 7-step therapy that helps me calm down in all the situations, be it physical pain or psychological or emotional crisis. Okay, so hope this helps you, and do tell me in the comment section if you try it, and also tell me the effects of it. And hope you all are doing well, because I'm back after a long time. And yes, that was it for today. Wish you a very happy living and a very happy mental being. So see you in the next video. Till then, ta.